What's going on, guys? Today I'm just doing a quick video for, it's basically my tips and tricks to help you kick the crap out of State of Decay 2 and beat the game like a boss, like I do on the live streams. Just some quick hints and tips that not everybody knows. Some people know some things in these videos. Some people would not have heard some of this stuff. So it's basically the little sneaky tricks and tips that I do to make the game look really easy. Let's get into the list. So tip number one is the legacy cards. Now, how to acquire these is you have to finish the game. So basically you start a new game, you survive the zombie apocalypse, and once you've killed all the plague hearts, you get some legacy quests. If you open your map, you'll see legacy quest as a category and then the quest underneath it. Sometimes it takes 5 or 10 minutes for these quests to actually trigger, and once they're there, if you can click on it, and on the map in the top right corner it will show you what you need to do. There are 4 types of quests. Depending on what type of leader you have, you will get the different types of quests. So if you want the builder legacy card, you have to complete the builder legacy quests to get the card, and then you got to finish the game basically 4 times to get all 4. Now, you can only use 2 of them at a time. There's only 2 slots down here. If you get the builder card, as it says, it will basically give you base, wide, power and water for at any base at no cost of fuel or threat, which is probably the most powerful out of all 4 cards. I'm definitely using this card in every single one of my games now because it is just OP. The charity card is what's gotten when, or what you get when you complete the sheriff legacy quest. Basically, it gives you a pile of, it says it gives you a pile of high quality loot from old friends once per day. So once it flicks over to a new day, you get a message, like a verbal message saying, hey, the sheriff looked out for us back in the day, or hey, we had some extra supplies, we're going to send you some stuff. It's always 4 different things. They always change up what it is. It's usually a gun or ammo or something like that, followed with 2 usable items like fuel or meds or food or boosters. And then it's usually followed with a throwable of, it's either a flare or a grenade or a bomb of some kind. That's usually what you get once per day, every day. I mean, I've gotten weapons, I've gotten ammo. It's pretty handy. If you're going to play a long game, like what I'm doing at the moment, I'm doing the 100-day challenge. If I survive for 100 days, then you're going to get 100 gifts. If you're going to do a quick game, maybe this isn't the right card for you. The Warlord Legacy card gives you a pile. It says, receive a giant pile of guns, ammo, and grenades when you settle your first home. I've only used this card once. It gave me 3 M4s, one-sided M4, a whole shit stack of 5.56 ammo, and a whole heap of frag grenades. So that's pretty good if you're just going to have a very quick game. And the last legacy card is the Trader card, which says, receive a visit from a friendly trader and 4,000 influence when you settle your first base. So when you start up the game straight up, as soon as you settle into the first base, you'll get 4,000 influence, which is a massive boost if you're trying to do a quick game. Again, I would recommend the builder always, charity if you're going to do a longer sort of stretch of game, and if you're going to do a very fast game, if you want guns or you want influence straight up, the last 2 cards are definitely the way to go for that. Okay, hot tip number 2 that I have for you, ba-bam, is what I like to call the post and roast. Basically, when you need to get lots of loot very quickly, especially at the start of the game, this is super helpful. What you need to do is go to an area somewhere on the map that has a whole shit ton of loot, like say over here. All these buildings are still white, so I haven't looted them out. When they're grayed out like this one, then that means you've gone there and got all the loot already. Sometimes they don't white out because they're also a good outpost, but usually they gray out. The littler buildings anyway. So what I would do is go, say, to that building there. It says it'll also give me ammo if I make an outpost there, which is a little added bonus. And I would put up an outpost there and then just start running back and forth and looting every building in that whole area. You can clean out an entire city like this pretty fast. In like the space of half an hour, you could clean out this whole area. No problem at all. When doing this though, I highly recommend you take a vehicle with lots of boot space. A van is obviously the best. Utes second preferred, because the only thing you can't use to deposit items back into your base through the outpost is duffel bags. So you're going to need to put those in the back of your van. So as you gain loot, you're going to throw your actual items in the outpost that automatically teleport them back to your base, and then the actual duffel bags you're going to put in the back of the truck till it's full, and then you have to drive back and deposit them in, because that's the only way you can actually put them in your base. This leads me on to hot tip number 3, which is map swapping. So using this strategy, if you do it like I did, you will eventually clear the whole map. There'll be no more loot left to get. The only way to actually get any more supplies is to call them in with the radio via the find resources and people. It doesn't matter if the map's empty, you can still call in fuel, ammo, medicine, or whatever you need, and the game will just magically add it looks like a cardboard box, a big vertical cardboard box standing upright, and that will have your bag in it, and it'll even tell you where to go get it, which is kind of nice. But what you can do is swap from map to map. So once you've built the command center, where is it? Command center level 2. I've got level 3. Then you get this button here which says research new technologies. Ask our contacts across the frontier about new territories where we might settle. So once you've done that, it takes 8 minutes and 36 seconds. Then you'll get these 2 icons on your map. On every map it's the same, the 2 white icons, just different ones depending on which map you're going to. And you can use these to jump back and forth from map to map. Now, if you change map, your base will get torn down. You can't leave the map and come back and think your base is still going to be there. It's going to be gone. It takes all your resources with you. It also gives you a refund of the buildings that you've built, so your materials will suddenly go through the roof because you got all your materials back and that sort of stuff. The only thing that won't come with you is your vehicles. They will get lost. But you'll get your inventory, you get your duffel bags, you get your characters, your guns, your influence. Everything comes with you, and you get a refund on the base, which is kind of nice. You can also come back to the map that you've already been to. So I've gone from Ducker County to the Valley and then back to Ducker County.
We do not let this happen again. Understood?
It says you can never go back, but you can. You can absolutely go back. You can go back and forth. So I've cleared this map, left, come back, and now I'm clearing it for a second time, which is also kind of nice. So make sure you clear out the map, or even clear out the best spots in the rare gun cases. Leave, come back, and clear out the best spots in the run gun cases again. It's pretty nice to do. Alright, hot tip number 4, the traders. Now there's a few different types of traders. It always just says trader or mysterious wandering trader. The mysterious wandering trader is the best type of trader you can get. It does stay for 4 hours on the map, so it's kind of hard to miss. I haven't seen one for a few days actually, so they might not be as common as I thought they were. But usually it just says trader. When you go there, they either have a heap of meds or a heap of food, or if you're really lucky, it's the red talon trader, which is the mysterious wandering trader, which has the best weapons and all that sort of stuff. You can also get traders from the network, which have also really good loot. But if you're lucky enough to get a mysterious wandering trader, then they might have some excellent things. Here I am saying hello to a mysterious wandering trader. Let's see what he has real quick. This is from my video the other night. Okay, so he's got the Dev Guru X12 Infiltrator. He's got the Timberwolf, a heap of weapons you can build. He's got the Advanced Suppressor that you can't even build. You have to buy it. He's also got another 50 cal rifle and some other awesome stuff. It's very random what they get. I've heard that they can get Thor hammers, but I still haven't seen one, despite my much looking for a Thor hammer. But anyway, if a mysterious wandering trader pops up on your map, down the bottom in the things on the map, absolutely go check it out. He also has 2,500 influence, so you can dump all your stuff on him and get that influence off him. Please use the mobile base strategy that I use, where you build an outpost either in the building he's in or the building next door, and then just run to your outpost, pull out the stuff out of your base you want to sell, run back to the trader, dump it all on him, and just keep running back and forth till you completely fill his inventory, or till you get all the influence from him. With this strategy, I just go to the mysterious trader. I literally buy usually everything I want. I'll give him all my influence, and then I'll dump all my junk on him to get all my influence back again. That's tip number 4. So my next tip is what happens when this happens to you. You run out of gas, you're miles away from home, you gotta fight your way through a horde of zombies to try and get home. You're probably gonna get killed here because you can't get home. You gotta try and separate the buggers a little bit. You can't even use your car as a way of fighting your way through. And this guy's so tired, which makes my life even worse. Okay, that's one less zombie to worry about. This happens to everybody though. You got stuck in the middle of nowhere, your car's out of gas, your gun's busted, you're in a lot of trouble. You're miles away from anywhere. You're getting your butt kicked by zombies. Stop hitting me! Trying to make a video! And, well, now you're alive, but the chances of you getting home in this situation are pretty slim. I've definitely got no fuel on me, and I've definitely got no fuel in the trunk. So you're like, well, what the hell do I do now? So, in my experience, I've figured out, or people have told me actually, that you can open your base screen, and you can go to your heavy-duty storage, or your normal storage, or whatever you've got, open that, and click on the withdraw a rucksack button, and then click on the fuel button. So this actually withdraws the rucksack out of your base. Don't ask me how it works, but it withdraws the rucksack out of your base. You can see now I've got the fuel rucksack on my back, which is kind of nice. Then you can open your inventory screen, and I can press break open. So this opens the rucksack that you've just pulled out of your base, which in turn gives me a fuel can and a Molotov cocktail, which I can throw at my car unintentionally. But the fuel can means you've got precious fuel to fill up that beast of a vehicle you have once you kill the stupid zombies. And you can fill up your car and get back on the road without having to go all the way to your base. This leads me to tip number 6, I think we're up to, which is you can also use this trick at other times when you're doing those missions where people say, hey, like this one, perfect example, demand for food. Speak with Christy about giving her a group some food. So if you didn't know that that's what they want, you drive all the way there, and then you're like, oh crap, I need a rucksack of food, I need to drive all the way back to my base, get a rucksack of food, and drive all the way there. Nope, just open your build base screen, open your storage, open the withdraw a rucksack, and click on the food one. What do you know, I got a bag of food now. So that saved me a massive amount of time and a massive pain in the butt of going all the way back to the base, getting a bag of food, and coming all the way back. I can just stand right in front of her, call in a bag, and just hand it to her, and the mission's done. Which makes it nice and easy. Which takes me through to tip number 7, I think we're up to. Which is the weapon repairing skill that a lot of people ask me about. They see my gun's broken, and all of a sudden I do this fancy thing.
Oh, damn it. Gun jammed.
And of course this guy doesn't have the skill because I didn't check beforehand. But basically you can fix your guns on the fly with the weapons handling skill. So if your character upgrades their shooting enough, you get a choice of assault, sniper, or weapons handling. I always take weapons handling for all my characters. That one's not up to it yet. He's got weapons handling. I don't know why she's got assault. But they're pretty much all... Here you go. That one's got the skill right now. Let's go to that real quick. Which one was it? Shooting.
Oh, if this is almost sick.
So once you get the still shooting up to max, actually this is that character that I have, even better. So I can click on that, and I can go on gunslinging, which reloads guns faster, aim snap ability, or I can go weapons handling. So now that I have weapons handling with that gun that doesn't work anymore, all of a sudden he knows how to fix it.
Cleared.
Now when you do this, the little red sticker will still be in the bottom right corner saying that your gun's broken, but obviously once you fire your first bullet, it's obviously not broken anymore. And you can continue on your zombie slaying. Now this is super helpful and super useful if you go miles away from your base, your gun suddenly breaks, you go, fuck, what do I do now? You just go slap, 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 and your gun works again. So that's the weapons handling skill. It's in the the shooting skill tree once you max your shooting skill. Okay, a couple more quick hot tips before we end this video. Don't forget that the game, just because a base only has 3 or 4 car parks, doesn't mean that that's how many cars you're allowed to have. The game will remember any car you park anywhere. This is one of the reasons why the strip mall base is my favorite. It has a massive car park out the back. In previous videos I've actually had... Oh, there's a juggernaut there. In previous videos I've actually had this car park literally... I ran out of spots to park cars and started parking them down this side as well. You can have as many cars as you want, as long as you go get the car and park it near your base. It'll stay there forever. Oh, that juggernaut's going in my base. The next hot tip is that... I don't know what the button is for it on Xbox, but on PC, spacebar's the handbrake. Now, if you're playing with your buddies and he's just driving around like normal, you know, it kind of looks boring, but if he sees you pull into the driveway like a madman, which I'll just quickly demonstrate. Nice little handbrakey turn there. But I mean, if he sees you pull into the base like a boss, he's gonna go, dude, that was awesome, how'd you do that? I didn't know that there was a handbrake the first few days that I was playing. And I wish somebody told me. That would be awesome. Also, make sure you give your guys in your base some awesome weapons, because they will use them. They're not afraid to use any weapon that you give them. All the guys in my base defend my base with grenade launchers and 50 cal rifles, which makes for quite interesting base defense if zombies attack my base. Although apparently that... There you go, there's a 50 cal rifle. Oh, that's the character I was playing before that had the shotgun. Be wary though, they're not scared to blow you up with the grenade launchers by accident. They will shoot, if there's a zombie right next to you, they will shoot at the zombie with zero hesitation of blowing you up as well. The next hot tip is backpacks. I know I've gone on about this in one of my other videos, but the backpacks, you've got two types of backpacks in the game. There's large, and here's a juggernaut attacking my base while I'm trying to make a video. There's large and there's also hiking. Now the large backpacks weigh more. Do I even have a large? I don't even have a large, I sold them all. But anyway, the large backpacks weigh 12 pounds, whereas the hiking backpacks only weigh 8. And they're also collectible, the hiking backpacks. This particular one that I have on now is pink, which is kind of cool. They're not all the same. This one is...
Nobody make fun of me for being mushy, but this
kind of
here
grey.
feels right.
I've seen pink cat ones, I've seen ones with unicorns on them, I've seen military ones, I've seen camo backpacks. The backpacks are collectible too, don't just dismiss the backpacks, they can be very cool. And I think that's about it, guys, I think that's about it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, be sure to check out the rest of my videos. We do live streams every day as always. Help me out massively, share us with your friends, make sure you share the word, and how to be better at the game, and that sort of stuff. And... as always, stay mighty, and I'll see you in the next live stream. Till then, peace. See ya. Bye.